Well, it's October 1st. Got some rain coming down. It's going to spin sputter most of the evening. I have to share something with you guys that I am geeked about. And it is going to be an absolute game changer. As you can see, I just came back almost a half mile. Not a drip of sweat. Nothing. I didn't hardly put down any scent. How, you ask? Oh yeah. It's legit. So, we're gonna go in here and get set up. I've not run a single deer camera this year. I have not scouted out here. I know what the deer do year in and out. I'm not expecting much change. Gonna slip in here, kind of swinging for the home run here. I like to do that the first 4 hunts of the season. I kind of go in it to win it, and then back out for a while. So I won't do that at the same spot every time, obviously, but if I think there's a buck in somewhere, I'll go in and I'll get really aggressive because he's still somewhat in a pattern. So, alright, I'm going to go hide under a tree and see what we can get to happen tonight. Stay tuned. I've been set up for a while here, but it has poured rain. I mean, I am so head to toe. So, I'm actually going to kind of really be on the lookout here because it's cold as it is and as heavy as it rained. Bet you the deer could possibly get up on their feet a little bit. I'm just off the edge of this bedding and transition line right here. I'm expecting my shot to be straight here from me as they're walking this transition, going out to feed in the corn behind me. With the rain and everything, I was able to get it set up perfectly quiet. Obviously, my possible scent that I put down when I walked in is washed away now. You honestly couldn't ask for much better of a situation other than to be dry. So there's that. But stay tuned. I have a pretty good feeling about tonight. It's probably just the fact that it's October 1st, finally up in the tree. This is my first ever hunt in my saddle. So, a little bit of a learning curve here. I've been practicing out in the yard with it. But 20 feet up, it's a little bit different. I must say it's a lot more comfortable than I thought it was going to be. And I actually feel way safer, believe it or not. Don't ask me how that is, but I do. I'm always connected to the tree now, climbing up with my linemans. I leave the linemans on, I get my tether put up around the tree, and lock in, unhook the linemans, put it in my pack. Pretty darn good setup, I'm not gonna lie. Really comfortable, lightweight. I just had my saddle on when I rode in with the bike. Pretty good deal so far, so stay tuned. I think it's going to be a decent night. I think we're going to see some deer. Here we go. first sit of the year. Came in here on this transition, right here on the edge. I knew they were bedding right up in here on the back side, and I got corn right over here to my right. He got up from his bed and come to the staging area right here. As you can see, hopefully you can tell by the light in the video, I've literally had this deer within 40 yards for almost an hour. I contemplated shooting, not shooting, shooting, not shooting. Was he big enough? Was he not? Well, trigger finger got the best of me. When they read the script and do exactly what you want them to do, and everything goes perfect, it's hard not to capitalize on that opportunity. So, alright guys, let's get down and go check the arrow and check blood and everything. Gotta call the wife. Pure Michigan, baby. Where to start? Highest of highs, lowest of lows. I'm gonna have to call this little episode, if you even want to call it that, the good, the bad, and the ugly of bow hunting in Michigan. So, did everything right. Followed my gut, followed my instincts, followed what I've learned, applied it, had the proper gear, and this buck literally, step for step, did exactly what I thought a buck was going to do in this area. Came right from where I thought he was bedded, staged for almost an hour, 40 yards away, finally committed, and moved in and 30-yard broadside shot. Sat there, called the wife, called my dad, told him what was going on, and told him I was going to start packing up and getting down. Got stuff put in the pack. Then all of a sudden, downpour. I mean, flat downpour. So I'm like, this is good. Not. So I got everything packed up, walked over to the arrow. Hardly any blood on the arrow, which I think got rinsed off. And then I knew the general direction, obviously from the video and everything, but in the video you can see it gets pretty thick right away. I tracked about 40 yards down the main trail, which I figured he would have took. No blood, obviously. I mean, walking in puddles and water from all the rain. Got to the property line, and I actually managed to see a little bit of blood up on a green piece of grass right there on the property line. So I then called the neighbor that I knew was hunting it. It's permission or leased or whatever. He goes and heads and tells me he's not hunting there anymore. There's a bunch of drama going on. It's pretty ugly. Long story short, called and made some phone calls. Can't get permission to access that property. So I have some mixed feelings about it. We won't go there. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. I'm going to do the best I can this hunting season to not let other hunters, so-called hunters, and so-called sportsmen and landowners and stuff get in my way. When you're hunting these small parcels and little lots of land, you just don't know what you're going to get into. It's frustrating. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I could keep going, whatever, but end result is I'm not going to be able to retrieve this deer. Not by my choice, not by my lack of effort, by the simply I can't. That's a hard pill to swallow. Like I said, I'm going to really, it's the 1st of October, first sit, first night out. Not how I want to start it. It was almost how anybody would want to start. I mean, it was textbook. But I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm going to try to look at the positives in this, which I think a lot of people should try to do. It's tough. It's tough for me to even say, but I had the right gear. I went to the right spot. I picked the right tree. I called what I thought that buck was going to do. He came right in well before dark. I think it was 6:30 when I shot that deer, and it's getting dark here about 7:38. I mean, I was in the game. I was in the mode. Made it happen. So this is a hard video to even publish and put out there because I'm pretty mad, and people don't like to talk about unretrieved deer, and I think that people should talk about it more because it's a thing. This, however, is not on anything of my doing. Guess I have to start spine shooting the stinking deer. So, sorry about that. That's probably not it. I'll have to try to edit that out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you had a better opening day. And this is actually the 3rd deer in my hunting career that I have not been able to retrieve. And I've got the DNR involved, and I've been down the road, and it's a joke, you know. Not saying the DNR is a joke, just saying it's not fun. Their hands are tied. If there's if there's discrepancies between, like, the landowner doesn't want them to go, so if the DNR goes in there and retrieves the deer, they keep the deer. It's this stupid stuff. So I'm just gonna have to end it on that. This is the good, the bad, the ugly of Michigan deer hunting. So sorry if you guys think this is cheesy or whatever, but it's just the facts, and people need to talk about it more. And maybe if it's talked about more, maybe the issue can be addressed, and we can get back to being sportsmen and not idolizing a deer over. So I don't know what the thing is. I really don't know. I can't even grasp it because I'm not like that. So, all right. Catch you later.